Welcome to today's video. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever found it difficult to connect with people, influence others, or maybe just win a friend over? If yes, then you're in the right place. In this video, we'll break down Dale Carnegie's timeless advice on improving your social and communication skills from his famous book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Stick around, and by the end of this video, you'll learn techniques that have helped millions worldwide become more influential and successful in their relationships, both personal and professional. Let's start with Part 1, Fundamental Techniques in Handling People. Chapter 1, Don't criticize, condemn, or complain. When was the last time someone criticized you? Did it make you feel motivated to change, or did it just make you defensive? Here's a truth. People don't like to be criticized. Dale Carnegie suggests that criticizing others, no matter how wrong they may be, often just hurts their pride and puts them on the defensive. Instead of criticizing, try understanding them. For example, when test pilot Bob Hoover's plane crashed due to a mechanic's mistake, Hoover didn't scold him. Instead, he requested the same mechanic to service his plane again. That's how you win people over, through understanding, not criticism. Chapter 2. Give honest and sincere appreciation. Everyone craves appreciation. Carnegie says one of the strongest drivers of human behavior is the desire to feel important. Simple words like thank you or I appreciate your effort can go a long way. However, make sure it's genuine. Empty flattery won't get you far. Take the example of a manager who notices an employee going above and beyond. By sincerely recognizing that effort, the manager builds a stronger connection and motivates the employee to keep up the good work. Chapter 3. Arouse in the other person an eager want. Think about it. When you go fishing, do you use cheesecake to catch a fish, or do you use worms? You use what the fish wants, right? The same goes for dealing with people. Instead of focusing on what you want, focus on what the other person wants. For example, if you're trying to motivate a team at work, instead of talking about how much you want the project done, talk about how they can benefit from its success. People are more likely to engage when you appeal to their own interests. Now let's move on to Part 2, 6 ways to make people like you. Chapter 1. Become genuinely interested in other people. Want to be liked? Be genuinely interested in others. Carnegie gives the example of how dogs are always excited to see you, showing genuine interest. That's why people love dogs. They make you feel important. People aren't interested in you, they're interested in themselves. So, show real interest in others, ask about their life, and listen to their stories. Chapter 2. Smile. A smile goes a long way. Carnegie gives the story of a stockbroker, William Steinhardt, who changed his life just by smiling more. A smile says, "I like you. I'm happy to see you." It immediately makes others feel at ease. And guess what? When you smile, people tend to smile back, making interactions much more pleasant. Chapter 3. Remember that a person's name is the sweetest sound. A person's name is their identity, and remembering it shows respect. Carnegie learned this lesson the hard way. Forgetting someone's name shows that you don't care enough. But when you remember and use their name in conversations, you create a deeper connection. Next time you meet someone, try repeating their name during the conversation. It shows you care. Chapter 4. Be a good listener. Here's a simple tip. Listen more than you talk. People love to talk about themselves, so let them. Carnegie shares the story of attending a dinner party where he barely said anything, but was later praised as an excellent conversationalist, simply because he listened with genuine interest. When you actively listen to others, you make them feel valued. Chapter 5. Talk in terms of the other person's interests. This is a reminder of the fishing example. Talk about what they want, not what you want. Before any conversation, think about the other person's interests and frame your ideas to align with what they care about. Chapter 6. Make the other person feel important, and do it sincerely. Making someone feel important is not about flattery. It's about recognizing their value. Carnegie encourages us to praise people for their good traits and do so genuinely. Now, on to part 3. How to win people to your way of thinking. Chapter 1. The only way to win an argument is to avoid it. Carnegie suggests avoiding arguments altogether. Even if you win, the other person may end up resenting you. Instead, seek common ground, listen, and find a peaceful solution. The best argument is one that never happens. Chapter 2. Begin in a friendly way. Starting a conversation in a friendly tone sets the stage for a productive discussion. Hostility only invites hostility in return, while friendliness disarms the other person and makes them more open to your ideas. Chapter 3. Show respect for the other person's opinions. Even when you disagree with someone, never say, "You're wrong." This makes them defensive and less likely to change their view. Instead, respect their opinion and build from there. Chapter 4. If you're wrong, admit it quickly. We all make mistakes. Carnegie teaches us to admit our mistakes quickly and openly. When you do, the other person is more likely to forgive and even respect you for your honesty. Chapter 5. Let the other person do most of the talking. The best way to influence someone is to let them talk. Let them express their thoughts fully, and they'll feel understood and be more open to listening to you. Chapter 6. See things from the other person's point of view. If you want to convince someone, try seeing the situation from their perspective. Once they feel you understand them, they're more likely to understand you. Chapter 7. Get the other person to say yes immediately. Start your conversations with questions or statements that the other person will agree with. Once they start saying yes, they'll be more receptive to your suggestions later. Chapter 8. Let the other person feel the idea is theirs. People are more committed to ideas they think they came up with. Let them take ownership of the idea, and they'll be more enthusiastic about seeing it through. Part 4. Changing people without giving offense. Chapter 1. Begin with praise and honest appreciation. Before you criticize someone, start with genuine praise. This creates a positive atmosphere, softens the impact of feedback, and makes people more open to hearing suggestions for improvement. Chapter 2. Call attention to people's mistakes indirectly. Instead of pointing out someone's mistake directly, try to bring it up in a subtle way. This helps avoid making the person defensive and keeps the conversation constructive. Chapter 3. Talk about your own mistakes. First, admitting your own faults before pointing out others' mistakes disarms the person and makes them more open to your feedback. This shows humility and creates a sense of shared experience. Chapter 4. Ask questions instead of giving direct orders. Instead of telling people what to do, ask for their input or frame your request as a question. This fosters collaboration and respect, making others more willing to follow your lead. Chapter 5. Let the other person save face. When addressing mistakes, be mindful of the person's dignity. Helping someone save face builds trust and keeps the relationship strong, even in difficult conversations. Chapter 6. Praise every improvement. Encourage others by recognizing even the smallest improvements. Consistent praise boosts morale and motivates people to continue striving for excellence. Chapter 7. Give a dog a good name. By giving someone a positive reputation, you inspire them to live up to that expectation. People are more likely to rise to the occasion when they feel trusted and valued. Chapter 8. Make the fault seem easy to correct. Use encouragement to make mistakes seem easy to fix. This builds confidence and motivates people to take action and improve. Chapter 9. Make people glad to do what you want. When asking someone to do something, highlight how it benefits them. This creates a win-win situation and makes people more willing to help. And there you have it, the timeless wisdom from Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People. By applying these simple yet powerful principles, you can transform your interactions and build stronger, more meaningful relationships. Remember, the key is sincerity. Genuinely appreciate others, listen attentively, and strive to see things from their perspective. These small changes can make a big difference in both your personal and professional life. So, which principle will you start applying today? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insights and summaries of life-changing books. Thank you for watching.